Figure I should show off our little setup here. Here's my tent. I parked right next to the kitchen. And here's a secondary area where we can eat or play or whatever. So that's the kitchen right there. My brother's tent's down there with his family tent and all of his kids. My sister is over here with her tent and the kids' tent. I don't know where that is. I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, yeah, we're just all here. It's all nice and pretty and spacious. We got space all over. The bathrooms are right over there. And that's about it. Okay, so this is the river we're going to be sleeping next to. We're right over there. Unfortunately, there was some rain and the water is really high, but yep, this is the river I was talking about. You hear this every second of the day. That's very amusing. Where did the squash come from? Oh!
Now it's downstream.
I'm gonna show my friends all the stuff like that I did. These are, can't really see them, but they're dragonflies. Are just swarming everywhere. They're eating something. Look at that. Just freaking nuts. They're everywhere. It is downright pouring right now. Holy shit. It's been doing this for the past 30 minutes. Non-stop. I am so glad we overcompensated for the tarp that we're using. Holy shit. I would be soaked. I would be swimming right now if it wasn't for this tarp. Well, that was probably the worst night's sleep I've ever gotten. So, it rained and rained and rained, and now the river is really high. Like, this is much higher than it normally is. By about, I would guess about half a foot to a foot. Yeah, this is not how high this river normally is. Don't look at him. Don't look at him.
He's just me.
Thank you.
Be still.
What happened?
Be still.
Never mind. Night number 2 got really cold. It was quiet. We had only the river sound and occasional trees moving or whatever. But it got cold. Holy cow. It's at least 50 out here. And, or at most. And, my poor little blanket didn't do it. Mom said she had a secondary blanket for me. And I was also planning to go into town because there's a store that's going on 50% off for all souvenirs. So I'm probably going to either go out there and look around for a blanket that has something like a wolf on it or whatever. I'm just about to do my morning routine, so yeah, see you on the next one. Okay, so most of the water has went down. This is normally how it looks. Got clear water. You can see right down to the rocks. There's no velocity like there was yesterday or the day before. It goes all the way down. Got a little log right there. Very nice, peaceful noise as opposed to what was happening the first day we got here. It would sound like a dang torrent running through here. But, yep. It's a nice, peaceful noise to hear while you're trying to sleep. Now, under normal circumstances, got a fly trying to fly in my mouth. This is the swimming hole. This particular part of the creek is like 4 feet deep. It's a very deep part of the creek. You can tell because there's not very much rhythm, or why did I say rhythm? Very much ripples on the top, as there would be from over there or going down. So this is actually the swimming hole. Pretty calm water, very deep. Sea crystal clear to the bottom. Really cool. Day 3 on the trip, and the water still looks good. Last night I made sure to buy myself another blanket. It's got a wolf blanket. It's like got some dream catcher on it with a wolf in it. And the weather was just cold enough, but I managed to, you know, get pretty warm with both blankets. So I was sleeping with 2 blankets last night. Pretty good sleep, for the exception of me drinking too much last night. Don't worry, I didn't drink alcohol. It was mostly just soda, and like I drank 1 soda and some juice before bed, and I was like, yeah, that was a mistake, because I woke up really having to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I couldn't really get myself out of bed to do it because of, you know, it being pitch black. So I had to hold it until the morning, and that was quite painful. But aside from that, everything's still good. We had breakfast today, gravy and toast and eggs, and I've just been playing my games occasionally, and that's about it. It's been pretty chill. Okay, here I am in my tent. This is on Thursday, or Friday, sorry. Just figure I'd show you how it looks inside my tent. It's pretty roomy, spacious. I got my bed here. It's an inflatable mattress, melatonin. I had a sheet, but it's a twin sheet, so it's too big, or too little, I mean. So I kept having this issue where ants were appearing inside my tent. I could not figure out how. Little carpenter ants that are living in the trees. So I couldn't figure out where they were coming from. And I think I have a pretty good idea, because now they're not in my tent anymore. Because I would wake up in the morning and they'd be hanging on the ceiling or crawling around on myself, and I didn't want that. So I don't want ants crawling on me while I sleep. I think they were coming from here. This is the cable that's supposed to go to the light that is supposed to be hooked up, but I didn't want it, so I just use my phone. So I zip this up, and I don't see any more ants. I think that's where they were coming from. They were crawling all over my tent until they got inside. So there was nothing of interest in here for them. I don't know why they were showing up, but they were, and it was annoying. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna get up and get some breakfast. I'll tell you something. Having these kids and the 4 Pokemon decks that we have built for them to play around with here at the camp, they have had a blast. I've really enjoyed letting them play with them and teaching them the ins and outs of the decks and everything. At least around where I am, I'm pretty big on Pokemon TCG, so I'm really glad that they're having a good time, and it makes me pretty happy. And seeing one of the kids who isn't really into Pokemon all that much, and when he does get into it, he's just like, whoa, you know. But yeah, it's been real fun. Like, the kids are loving the decks. I've been beaten by them a couple of times. They have been getting very smart with how the decks work and all that good stuff. So this is real fun. It's just, you know, occasionally we have some kid related disputes, but you know, that's just how it is in a family. That's going to be it for me from now. I just wanted to touch on that and say that the kids are having a great time with their Pokemon decks that we built for them. Literally 300 cards, because I had to build one too for myself. And their big achievement is trying to beat me, which is not very hard because I made sure it wasn't very hard. Okay, it is day 6, I think, out of 7. It's Friday. No, it's Saturday today. Jeez Louise, what a way to start the video. So, I'm leaving tomorrow to go back home and get some rest so that I can get ready for work on Tuesday. So, today is my official last full day here before I head back home. And it's been real good. It's been real fun. I've had a good time. The kids have had a great time with their Pokemon decks. They keep asking me if they could play it. And on the side, I've just been playing Pokemon on my Game Boy Advance SP and doing the Pokemon Rogue on it. Just to pass the time, I guess, and give myself some entertainment. Breakfast has been good today. We had oatmeal, and yesterday I think we had just sausage and eggs and everything. Mom was calling it SOS, which is just, you know, sausage, gravy, and eggs. It was good. But yeah, I'm probably going to go back to town today to get a blanket that I saw, and I might actually take a picture or a video of the blanket that I was talking about, because this blanket looks crazy cool, and I want it real bad. I may not use it that often, but it's the point of having it, you know. That's going to be it for now. I'm going to see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I walked all the way down the campsite to show you guys this. I want to say a good distance walk. So this is where, for literally a decade or so, we reserved this particular part of the campground. We reserved it and reserved it and reserved it. This single plot has so much memories. Right down to when I was younger, I was over here playing around with some toys that we had at the time, and right over here was the kitchen. Here was the main fire pit. We would drag this table over there to the kitchen. Our family was a lot smaller back then. My grandfather's truck would always be parked here, and he had his trailer attached to it. We'd go right over there, and there's a creek. The creek is like right there, and it's shallow enough for kids to play in. This was the spot. This was a lot of years, a lot of memories here in this particular spot of the campground. But unfortunately, our family got so big between my brother and my sister that we are unable to rent this area and have enough space. So we had to go and start renting the place up there, which is the group section. And I want to point out something special. Right down there, roughly where that orange tent is, was where I got my very first Pokemon card when I was like 10 or 11. That is a particularly special part of my life, because that is what essentially introduced me to Pokemon, which is my biggest, most favorite franchise that I've ever come to know and enjoy. And I had a great time. I've had a great time with it and all that stuff. At this moment, it appears that they're doing some kind of thing here. It says revegetation in progress. Do not disturb. Which kind of makes sense, because this place was getting a bit down to the dirt. The very last year that we camped over here was 3 years ago. And it was when Darla was still around. And I would walk with her to my tent, which at that time was right over there on that plot. Mom had to rent out another plot so that I had a, you know, close to the base kind of thing. And my brother camped out right there. So this is a very special plot in the campground, because this single and double plot here have so many memories you guys would not believe. We're talking decades of memories between, you know, when I was younger and even now. We camped here one last time, and before we had to move up to the group section, because there was just way too many people. So I just thought I would share it. It really means a lot to me to be right here again. Man, look at those elk. Days elk over there. And apparently nobody in their life has ever seen them. Sorry, I shouldn't have got that person's license plate. Some more elk. Yep, there they are. Sure enough. Whoopity-doo. They sometimes cross the road over here. I'm a-driving. And one of them about ran out in front of me the other day because I did not see it coming. There's a baby. Someone's SUV was in the way, and right as I was coming across from beside them, that one just about run right into me. They usually come around here, and they come from that area. Sometimes they come from this area. So I'm also trying not to get anyone's license plate by accident. I can't zoom in while I'm driving. Some of them have collars. Rarely ever do you hear one make a sound. They're quiet. There's another baby. Every time you come through here, you pretty much see these elk. They're almost always here. I see a lot of females and hardly any males. Well, there you have it. Alright, everything has been packed up, and I tore down the tent, and we have everything set up in the car. I got these neat little stickers, and everything's all loaded up. We got the tent back there, we got the blankets right here, we got a new blanket right here that I've already showed in chat. I should have already. We have the bag of the blanket that's in there, we have my pillow, all my clothes that I've barely even used, my jacket, the air pump, and the mattress. All the snacks. I barely even ate half the snacks that I had, but I'm going to go ahead and get me a green tea because I like that. I did drink a lot of this Dr. Pepper strawberry because people also wanted some. The Pokemon cards are right here all ready to go, and the kids had a great time with them. I would say, for the exception of a little bit of drama at the campsite, like between mom or kids or whatever that has been going on, arguments and he did this and she did that. This has been a great camping trip. It's the first night was real rough. Second night was, I needed a new blanket, so I went on the second night to go get the third night to get a blanket. And yeah, it's been a camping trip. It's been successful. We've had good dinners, good suppers, good breakfasts. Can't say that. But yeah, I know I keep taking the same shot of the same spot in the river, but this is what we have closest access to. And there are different parts of this river. I just don't want to walk all that way, honestly. And I'm not showing myself if I can help it. Privacy and safety reasons. But anyway. So yeah, this has been awesome. I will see you guys soon. This is going to be a recorded video that I slap together when I get home. It's going to be a 2.5 hour drive back home. And then I have to set up my tent and actually air it out because it got wet last night. So, yeehaw, gotta set up my tent again. But I'll see you guys soon, and hope to see you on any future streams. See ya.